Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of MT Talk, where I share my contemplative insights from my morning walks. Today, I wanted to talk about a topic which most people will probably relate to. It's self confidence. Now, where does self confidence come from? A lot of people believe that the confidence that you have about yourself comes from a lot of things that you possess and is visible on the outside. For example, being 6 feet tall or fair skinned, great hair, a very good sense of fashion or dressing sense, um, owning a nice big beautiful house, fancy cars, or having a big title, job that pays a fat salary, or being politically connected, or having a great network of influential people as your friends, or being born in a very rich family in a developed country. So there are so many things that we think are the reasons for why someone would feel very confident. If you have some or many or most of these things, then you will feel very confident. Then you have a lot of self confidence. I beg to differ because experientially I have known that these are not the reasons to have self confidence. One is I grappled myself with all these insecurities and myths and false beliefs about self confidence or personality. And then I overcame all of these myths, uh, in my growing years. And therefore, I can tell you with a lot of clarity and conviction that all these things that I talked about, being over 6 feet tall, fair skin, great hair, a lot of money, all those things are not the reasons that gives you that self-confidence. If that was the case, then let's look back in history. We had some great leaders, reformers, educationists, explorers, discoverers, scientists, sportsmen that left a mark in this world, but none of them were over 6 feet tall or had fair skin or a head full of hair or affluent backgrounds, a lot of money, political connections, any of those. No, none of that. A simple man walking mostly bare body led a country of 400 million people held in captivity for more than 200 years by British Empire, led a country to its independence, to its freedom. I'm talking about Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, popularly known as Gandhiji. He was bald, he was dark-skinned, he was lean and lanky, he was fearful, contrary to the belief that he had courage. He was very fearful. So what really made him great? What really gave him that confidence that he can lead the path and bring about freedom to a country that was enslaved for over 200 years? There are many such examples. Martin Luther King, the civil rights movement activist in the United States, Mother Teresa, or Jack Ma, or great actors who were very unconventional in the way they looked on screen and in real life, but left a great body of work and legacy because of their skills. And there are the history is full of such examples where you would see all these people accomplishing all these great things in their life without any of those attributes that we thought gives people self-confidence. So if they didn't have any of all of those things, then what is it that they had that gave them that self-confidence? That, I believe, is something that each one of us has in us, or has the potential to imbibe, instill, internalize in us, and therefore break the myth that we don't have self-confidence. And that thing is the clarity and conviction. So Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King or Mother Teresa had the clarity and conviction that human life, the pursuit of liberty, the right to freedom is a fundamental basic human right. And therefore, with that clarity, with that conviction, they toiled their entire life, which gave them everything else, the courage, the support, the resources, and so forth. But the inherent clarity and conviction in what their belief is what gave them that self-confidence to move forward in spite of all these difficulties in their life. Businessmen like Jack Ma and others suffered a lot of failures in their lives, several dozen failures before they came to become some of the richest individuals. But throughout their failures, they never stopped believing that they are meant to be successful. It's just a matter of time. So without giving up, they continued the pursuit of trying to be successful because they had the clarity and conviction deep in the heart that they can do it, right? If you look back at reformers who have done some major reforms in the field of education or breaking the traditions which held people back, especially women, in different cultures, whether it is in India, United States, or different parts of the world, all these great reformers had that inherent conviction that everyone should have equal opportunity. So if you talk about Amelia Earhart, the Jyotiba and Savitribai Phule, and so many other reformers that worked for equality, gender equality, behind all of their work was the clarity and conviction. So their self-confidence didn't come from their appearance and their background and how much money or wealth and other resources they had. It came from the clarity and conviction in their heart. So if you feel you don't have that self-confidence, maybe somewhere deep down you are operating from some assumptions and misunderstandings about what gives self-confidence. So break away from all that myth, reach out into your core and see your convictions and operate from there. Whether it is professional life, academic life, social life, or any aspect of your life, you will find that self-confidence if you find that clarity and conviction in your heart. So hopefully this gives you that insight and guides you to finding that conviction. That's it for today's MT Talk. I will talk to you in another episode of MT Talk video on another topic. Until then, love and peace. Bye-bye.